Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Tonight we are going to be checking out the second release for Celebration. Just checking here and making sure that we are live, and I just got dinged from YouTube that yes, we are live. So again, we are going to be taking a look at the second release of Celebration. What is Celebration? Celebration is when you spend $50 before shipping and tax. You can choose a level 1 free item from the Celebration brochure. If you spend $100, you may choose a $100 level or two $50 levels. The choice is yours, and it goes up from there. So it goes in $50 increments, and there's more for you to choose from. So let's change the camera, and we will take a look at the new brochure. This is the latest brochure that just came out. It looks very, very similar to the first one, but I just want you to note that it is the second release. You will find it on my blog, so you can check it out online, but we're going to take a look at it tonight. As we open it up here, it kind of talks about what I just told you. The 50, you get a $50 order, you get a $50 level, and with 100 you can choose a $100 level or two $50 level. The choice is yours. So the first thing on here is the Flowering Foil Specialty Designer Series paper. I just so happen to have that, and I haven't opened it yet, so we're going to open it live. So the only print that I see is the one on the front, so I don't know what's inside it either. So let's take a look. We can be surprised and ah and ooh together. So this is the first print. It's kind of a white background, and then it has like rose foiling through there, and then this looks kind of silver to me. Gorgeous print, and it is white on the other side. I like that because then you don't have to worry about if it goes through to the other side because you're going to mat that. So there's 3 of that print. We have this one here, way cool. This is that rose gold foiling. So there's 3 like that. And then we have this cute flower print. It's kind of hard to see to where you're not getting a glare, but it is gorgeous. So you're going to have 3 of this print, and all these are just single-sided. So just keep that in mind. They are not double-sided. That way you don't have to worry about, oh, which side am I going to use? This is the silver foiling, and it looks like it can be flower background or just a different background like that. So, and there's 3 of these. All right, so now I'm going to show you different ways that you can color them. Now you could leave it like this. I think that it's just gorgeous the way it is. And the same with this, but I think I'm going to brayer this one. So we're going to brayer color on that one. I think I'm going to color this one in maybe with the sponge daubers. Let's see, what other mediums do we have? I can probably do that all on them. And then the brochure gives you ideas. So here's, they brayered 2 different colors on that flower print kind of background. This one they sponged the daubers, and that's what I'm going to show you tonight. This one I think they brayered the whole piece. So in that one I think they left it plain in the background there. Maybe they brayered a little color on there or sponged. It's kind of hard to tell. But we're going to try a couple different ways, and we can see what you like. So this, I'm going to just cut it down a little bit. So I'll cut it card front size, which is 4 by 5 1/4. That way I'm big enough to put it on the front of a card, but I can still cut it down yet if I want to cut it down, depending on what I make the card out of. So I'm going to take my sponge brayer. Let's see, what color ink should I grab? I think I will grab, well, I have Flirty Flamingo sitting out here, so maybe I'll grab that. So I'm going to ink up my foam brayer here. And we're just going to brayer across. This is probably the quickest and easiest way to color these prints. And the more you put ink on the sponge, the more you can wheel on your paper. That looks pretty good. Now remember, where it was embossed, that's going to resist. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper towel, looks like I'm about out, and I'm just going to rub that over the top, and that will just take that excess ink off that embossed foiling or image on this one. So there you go. It's a really pretty pink background. So check out my blog in the next few days. I'll probably have this on a card. Not sure yet what I'm going to use it for, but we'll see. Maybe I'll combine prints. We're going to take this one and we're going to take our sponge daubers, and I'm going to take the petal pink and I'm just going to sponge over the top just like this. I'll do a few right here. And because of the embossing or the foiling on the paper, it's going to resist the ink. So see how that pops? And then I think I'll take a little Flirty Flamingo maybe. And a little sponge. And we'll go in the center and kind of build our color out. Ooh, pretty. Love that. You could do this whole thing in different colors if you wanted to, or all one color. So you got your brayer, you got your foam sponges, daubers, and then I'm going to grab some markers here. I don't own all the markers. I just have this little variety pack that I got when I signed on. So I don't have a whole lot, but I do have a green. So I'm going to just take this, the Granny Apple Green. So what you can do is you can come in with the markers and color right over the top. And it's just going to resist the ink wherever your foiling is. So that's kind of cool. So you can color with the markers, with the brayer, and with the sponge daubers. And I went off a little bit, but because I went off on the foiling, if I just wipe it, it comes right off. So it helps you to stay in the lines, because if you go on the line, you can just wipe it right off. So there you go. Isn't that pretty? So maybe I can combine. Ooh, that looks very pretty. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Okay, so that's just some ideas that you can do to color that printed paper. Again, that is the Flowering Foils Specialty. Now you can get that for free, that whole pack, with a minimum $50 order, and that is before shipping and tax. So that one I was on my list right away when I seen it. Now some people say color that paper in with the blends. The blends are an alcohol-based marker, if you will. So it might take the foiling off or discolor the foiling. If you're very careful and stay within the lines, you might be okay. But I have not tried it. That's just what I've heard. So let me know what your findings is on that. Okay, then the next page here is our Rise and Shine cups. These are photopolymer, and what these, you can stamp both sides, so you have either or. They are reversible. So that's pretty cool. I do not have them. They coordinate with the dies that were, let's see, coordinating cup of cheer dies that are available at the Stampin' Up! Website. If you want the dies for that, if you want the number, email me, glenda@thestampcamp.com, and I will let you know what the number is for those dies that coordinate with these cups. Very cool. This is a $100 level, so with a $100 order before shipping and tax, you can choose this big cup set. Very cute. I can see hot chocolate, teas. Way cool. So the next $50 level is the Well Dressed. I do have this stamp set, as you've seen my sample on my blog today. This is a cling mount, meaning it's the red rubber, which I love. And all I did is, if you can see right here, that sample is I copied the sample. I just changed it up a little bit. I used the print from the golf, in the mini catalog, the golf suite. And I did that, and I kept it monochromatic. So find your inspiration in the minis and in the annual catalogs. If you say you're not crafty or you can't come up with your own, all you have to do is look at pictures. If you can copy a picture, you can do it, which I do a lot of times. I'm in a hurry and I want a quick card. If I just look in the catalogs, I'll get my idea. I'll either get my layout that I like, or I'll get a color combination that I like. My computer just went down. Oh, I guess it's going to stay down. So find your inspiration from the catalogs. I keep my catalogs year after year because I can always go back for those layouts or the color combinations. Love that. So I'm going to show you how quick and easy you can come up with your own using that design right there. So what I did was I took the rectangles. That is the rectangle dies. Here's my umbrella, my tie. These will make great Father's Day, birthday, thinking of you, retirement. But I decided I'm going to really color this one up. I went monochromatic on my one that was on my blog. Tonight we are going to make different colors. And I got my color combination from this paper pack right here. This is that golf set that's in the mini. Can't think of the name of it right offhand, but it's got some gorgeous prints in there, and I thought this one would be way cool. So we're going to take that print. The card base is going to be Night of Navy. I've already went ahead and die cut out my rectangles using my stitched rectangle dies, these right here. They are number 148551. So we got lots of cool colors. I need to cut this print, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to cut that. I just looked at the picture. According to the picture, it looked like must have been about 3 inches wide by 5.5. So that's how we're going to do that. 3 inches wide. Look at a picture, get your inspiration, make it your own. It doesn't have to be exactly how it is. Doesn't have to be the same colors. Isn't that pretty paper? Love that. I think it's going to turn out beautiful. We'll see. We might like it. We might hate it. But that's all in the fun part of designing and decorating and coming up with your own. Okay, so I just want to kind of center it so it's the same. I could use my grid, but that would be too easy. So there's my card base. All right, I'm going to take my little pieces here. I cut extra just in case I flub up. And I'm thinking he's going to have blue shoes. Little Elvis there with his blue suede shoes. Gonna stamp that. Love it. Let's see, what's next? We'll do a Daffodil Delight hat. Get that nice and inked. Cool. We will do a garden green umbrella. And then we have the tie. We are going to go red tie. Nice. Love it. Love all the colors. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to take our dimensionals and we're going to pop these all up. Hello, hello, hello. And then these longer pieces, I think I want one in the middle too. Just so it stays nice. All right, so we are going to just attach these. And I kind of want the same amount hanging off on the sides. And then what do we got here? Our hat. Cute. This could be, it's going to be a birthday, but I mean, you could put Father's Day. And I'm kind of lining up across the bottom here and along the side. And then we have our shoe up here. And so I'm going to line across the top and the side, just like that. Then I'm going to take the It's Your Day, and this is from the Itty Bitty Birthdays stamp set. This is number 148618. Got ink on my finger. So I'm going to stamp the It's Your Day on a piece of Daffodil Delight. Oops, got a little smear. Better. And then I'm going to do the Happy Birthday on a strip. Now this is where I went off a little bit differently than what's in the book. And that's a little too high. Better. So that's one thing when you have a whole strip, just keep going until you get a nice one. I'm going to chop that off. I'm going to take the tailored tag punch and just give this a little fan flag, I guess you'd call it, flagging on each end. I think I'll come in a little bit more. That looks good. And then for the It's Your Day, grab a circle punch. All right. So then what I did was took a dimensional and stuck that there. Stuck my It's Your Day. Took this, put some adhesive down the center, and there you go. So there you go. That was my inspiration. And here's my 2 finished cards. So if you know somebody that likes a lot of pop of color, they'll like this one. This one's a little monochromatic. Both are gorgeous, but you can see the difference in the look, feel of the card just by the color. So there you go. I like it. It's styling. Yeah, it is styling. The next thing we have here is the vellum. It's So Very Vellum. It's Specialty Designer Series paper. It is free with a $50 order. There are 6 sheets, 2 of each color. We have Pool Party, Purple Posy, and Soft Sea Foam. And they got some samples up here. I don't have that to show you, but I do have this one. This one is a $100 level, free with a $100 level. It coordinates with these punches from the mini catalog. It is the Label Me Fancy and the Label Me Lovely punches. So I just thought I would show you this stamp set here a little bit. I quickly popped out a card, and that is this one right here. It's just a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, but I thought I would show you how I stamped this one. It is a photopolymer stamp set. Let me get that out of the way. And let's see. Bring in my inks. I don't know what oh, here it is. I was going to say, where's my stamp set? Here is the stamp set. So it is a photopolymer, and it stamps the outline, but then there's also solid images to stamp to fill it in. So you don't have, you can color it in with your blends or your markers, or you can color it in with the ink pads. So what I did was I pulled out my Stamp-A-Majig, or not my Stamp-A-Majig, my Stamparatus. Stamp-A-Jig would probably work, but it would be a lot of pain in the butt. Okay, so I cut my white 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I'm placing it on my Stamparatus. Just like that. I have my image on here, and I kind of remembered how I placed it. I used the grid so I could remember how I placed it on there. First, I'm going to stamp it with the black Memento ink. And I can tell I probably want to stamp the flowers a little bit more, which is why this is so nice using the Stamparatus, because I can re-ink it and stamp it, and it should be in the same spot. Love that. Now I'm going to take that off just so it's not in my way. Then I came in with another plate. I think I went down just like that, a couple notches. And I need the Flirty Flamingo, and I just want to make sure that this is back square. Looks good. Took my Flirty Flamingo ink and ink that. And then I'm going to come in with, I'm going to move this over. Make sure I'm not going to hit. I would have moved it a little bit more, but I didn't wasn't aware of that little centerpiece. I'm going to just take the ink off that one just a tad. And that's going to get just that little center right there. think maybe I need just a little bit more. There we go. Then I'm going to take that off. And I did buy extra plates. And I'm going to take the Pear Pizzazz. And I'm going to ink up those leaves. And ta-da! Isn't that cool? So you could do a bunch of these cards in no time. Have your pieces cut and there you go. Just so that is how I did the main part there. Then I just took a piece of white. Get this out of my way. And I stamped it. I stamped the Wishing You the Best, which is also in the stamp set. Going to use the punch that coordinates with it. And we're just going to punch that out. Now we're going to assemble. So my card base again is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of Fleur de Flamingo. I thought I would use my new little punch right here. It's got the corner rounder, this fun, funky little shape right there, and then it's got a little divot. And I think that little divot might be for a ribbon. But I just thought that that little fancy corner there was pretty. Just like that. And now we can start assembling this all up. Isn't that pretty how that shows through? I thought so. Adhesive on there. Attach that, and then we're going to attach it to our card front. So just a quick demonstration of that stamp set, and we're going to pop this up. And you probably can't see it in the video, but love that. I took my pearls and my Fleur de Flamingo Dark, and I colored in my pearls, and then I added them to all right. You lost your adhesive. So look at that. Isn't that cool? And can you see my little pearls in the corner? So pretty. Here's this one. It's going to dry up a little bit lighter than what is stamped. Way cool. So that is the Tags in Bloom free set that you can get during Celebration. And then in the back, I like how they showed you everything that you can get so far. So you can get what Celebration started in January, and now the new added in products. So the new added stuff is in the front. In the very back is what you can get all overall. And I will tell you that the metallic Baker's Twine in sequence combo is sold out, as is the kerchief card kit that is sold out as well. So that is your kind of overall, anything you can pick with a $50 level or a $100 level. 100 is going to be in the red. The 50 is going to be in that Blackberry Bliss. So that is it for tonight. Again, if you would like to place an order and receive any of the products for free, please visit my blog, www.thestampcamp.com. This is the hostess code for March. Thanks so much. If you learned a trick or two, please share, comment, and like my video. And if you want notifications and you are on YouTube, if you click on the bell in the upper right hand corner, you will be notified when I go live. So that is it for tonight. First time watching, thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate that, for checking me out. I don't know who is on Facebook because my computer died, but for those of you that are on YouTube, I appreciate you checking me out. I am here every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. So that is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.